Hello everybody, this is Celios and well, I'm putting in another quarter into the YouTube game. Well, the arcade game of YouTubing, but yeah, I'm gonna try it again. This time I'm gonna bring in some hard stuff. Before we get into this video, this is gonna be a long rant of me, so if you want you can skip like around 20 minutes before or something like that, but basically this right here is music that's dear to me. It's well, it's music from an anime that was literally one of the beginning of the animes that I watched. A lot of people are gonna be like, "Hey, my man," or something like that. That stuff. I love this anime. It's called High School of the Dead. Now, a lot of people may be like, "Oh, what's that?" And before little Timmy or little Johnny, before any of you go search it up, do not, if you're under 18 or if your parents are around or if you're a Christian. No, that's not something bad of Christian. No, you know what I mean. Like, get out of, like, there's no bad words in my Christian Minecraft server. That's not the thing I'm saying. Because it has a lot of too big plots. And it has a lot of service. If any of you with a brain that knows what I'm saying, you've been warned. But seriously, this is literally one of my favorite anime. And I'm like, I'm sad that it doesn't have a season 2. It said it was going to have a season 2. It said, I was so disappointed too. I felt sad knowing why then it doesn't have a season 2. You could say the reason why, if my source and my memories is still clear, it would be because of the earthquake that made a tsunami, that hit the power plant, that made the power plant go haywire. If I remember correctly, that's the reason why there is no season 2 for for High School of the Dead. Why there's no season 3 for Monster Moose? Well, not Monster Moose. I mean, Rosia plus Vampire. That's the reason why there's no season 3, and why there's no season 2 for High School of the Dead, and for other reasons why anime from around the 2000s all the way to that year. Why there wasn't no animes returning from or continuing. Because imagine this: the place of animation is in the red zone it's close to the nuclear power plant, and it goes to fallout. You have to evacuate. There's no time for you. There's no heads up because the earthquake hits you out of nowhere. Then the tsunami. Then you're told to evacuate. I'm like, yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to save that or put it in a place where, like, you had to get the hell out of there. Like, yeah. And I'm saying the reason why it's probably never going to happen, because that took a lot of money. And it took a lot of time. And I'm betting time plus the radiation ain't going to be so good with those old equipments. Now, if I remember correctly, robots can only stand there for a few minutes in the dot hit red zone. Like, it can only stay in a few minutes because of that much radiation. It will literally melt the server so dry. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Which makes me sad, but still. And I'm like, the reason why I'm saying this is because that song plus the anime got me to what I am right now. An otaku. Someone who loves Japanese culture. I'm not saying an otaku is that now. If anything, I'm literally a guy who loves culture. I love the culture. I love culture from other cultures. I love my culture as well. But I'm like, I love culture. I love learning. And which is why I love anime, because it's from Western culture. I'm not saying all anime is from Western culture. You gotta find out what's anime, what's not. Same thing with anime reality or games for reality. There's Avatar: The Last Bender. That one was from American. It's American. The animation is from American, which is called a cartoon. Same thing with Ruby. I know I'm gonna get a lot of pitchforks for that, but be honest. I know it's around the world, but still, it's mainly an American company that made Ruby. If my sources are correct. If it's from a Japanese, then yeah, hell yeah, it's an anime. But still, it is a 3D animation, which I'm like, that's my only thing. Don't get me wrong, there's amazing American cartoons comes out sometimes, out of the blue. I'm not saying America just pops out there. Yeah. Look at some other, just look at Cartoon Network with their Titans Go. I'm not saying I hate it, which I do, but I'm not going for that. But there are also rip-offs of Japanese cartoons. I'm not saying all Americans are bad and Japanese cold and Japanese. I'm talking about cartoons. Like all Japanese cartoons are good and all American cartoons are bad. No, there are some bad ones in there. Take School Days. Not the one where it tricks you. No, not that one. I'm talking about the one where the guy dates a stalker / and a yandere. That one was pretty bad, animation wise, for multiple reasons. But I'm not gonna get into there, nor now. But that's the reason why a lot of animes didn't came out. But I'm like, hey, if you want to know what happens, read the source material. That's highly recommended. Sometimes the manga is better than the animation. Still, I would love to. Don't get me wrong. My Hero Academia has some beautiful animations, especially with the fight scenes. But still, I do love me some manga. Now that's out of the way. The video I'm going to discuss right now. The reason why the video it looks glitchy is because I designed it that way. I put a program, ran it through it, and made it that it looks like a glitch. Made it like it's correct. The reason why I do that is for you. It will be very, very difficult for you to spot the gamer tags of the people who I'm fighting with and / my allies. The game that I'm playing in this is actually called For Honor, which is a Ubisoft game. And we'll basically give you a brief introduction is that there's a land and there's knights, samurais, and Vikings. They all want the land. They all want their land. And they all want to protect their land. Knights see Vikings have a land and they're like, hey, let's take their land. Vikings like, oh shit, they're taking our land. Let's take theirs instead. And then the samurai are like, we see this land and we can rebuild it and make it a lot better. Then the both samurai and Vikings say, let's take their lands. And they're like, defend. That's basically how it goes. Samurais are defending. No, like that's basically how it goes. Everyone wants their land. And everyone wants to protect their land. That's basically what it goes. There's duels. There's brawls. There's all that stuff. And I love the combat system. But here's the thing. A lot of people don't like the community of it because it's a lot toxic. Yes, there are toxic players. Yes, there are. I'm not saying like all the people are toxic. No, I actually find some people that are very chill there. But here's the thing. When people play dirty, or they play dishonorable, as what we call it, in Breach, in Dominion, in all those, basically the 4v4s, the death matches. I'm like, they will, because there's a lot of people there, and your brain is going to be overwhelmed, and you're going to just trying to do the easiest thing to do, which is basically cheese your way out of it. Either throwing people off a ledge, spamming that unblockable, or just shoving the shit out of them until they get stamina, then beat the shit out of them. Or what a lot of people say, what my character does a lot, which I found which is an assassin from the Japanese faction, is light spam. Yes, I do light spam sometimes. Yes, but during this video, you're seeing me going against multiple people. And yes, I gotta take them out each quick so that's so my ass doesn't get kicked. That's so my ass doesn't get killed. And I do use my feet. That's the reason I have those feet. Which there's at the beginning, you're gonna see a person who should win, but then I use my 2 feet to beat them. They're gonna be a little bit salty. I get that, but the reason why I keep it, going back to the reason why I keep it glitchy, is because to protect their gamer tags. So that's so they won't. That's so nobody wouldn't know who they are, and that's how I and the people who played will know what happened. But no one. I'm just showing what happened. I'm not saying all the details. I'm giving the shittiest details for you because I do not want them to get mad for me posting a video with them in it without their permission, which is the reason why I put in the glitch. Thank you. I have a shitty ass computer, which is the reason why I have all the shitty ass, like terrible Warhammer video, which it was just way longer than it should have been. I should have grabbed that, made it into lower parts, and done a lot better. But I couldn't. So that's the reason why. And actually, I'm glad that I actually have a budget now. Which now I could actually put more weight, which means I can buy a better computer, which I can buy an actual PC, and actually do things properly. Instead of having a cheap ass tablet, which, to be perfectly honest, is not cheap, it's very old. Trust me, it runs its motor so fast that it's like having the power of the sun in the engine. It fumes out smoke every goddamn time. That's the reason why. And I'm still gonna do the Warhammer 40K. Hell yes, I will. My buddy TC probably still has it somewhere in his computer with locked data of how we played, and I damn well know I will continue playing. The orcs must win against us. I forgot what Chaos Legion is. And I know it's not Finnish. I know it's not Nurgle. I think it's cool. I'm not sure. Chaos Legion. Which that's good. And I actually have to say, I'm sorry. The Tales of Tokyo Ghoul, or The Tale of a Ghoul, is canceled. The 3 people, me, Zix, and Len. Those are their namer tags. Zix and Len are their tags, which is what I'm referring to them, so that's what their identity will be safe. Zix already showed his YouTuber tag, which I don't remember it for the life of me right now. But the reason why we can't do it anymore is because I don't find them. Me and Zix barely got in touch again. Like, we found each other back into old game in the server. Which I'm like, hey, cool, it's Zix. And he's like, oh, you, cool, it's Crash. That sort. I'm known as Crash in Discord. Yes, you can make all the Crash jokes you want in the description, in the comments. Trust me, I almost heard every single one. Trust me, it is like a crashing, burning hatred. Pun intended. Besides that, we barely got introduced. Like, I bet he doesn't even remember about that. And then we have Len. The reason why I can't find Len is because I don't know where Len is. I'm not saying Len is missing RRL. No. I'm saying is that Len been offline ever since I did that. And for a couple of days, or probably a couple of weeks ago, Len disappeared after the Tales of the Ghoul first podcast. And I'm like, ah, shit, I can't do it anymore because Len's gone. So I'm like, oh, well. So that happened. Now, I will definitely love to do Elix Spark, collab with Elix Spark or other YouTubers that I know personally, I'm like, hey, dude, you want to play this game? Or, hey, dude, you want to help me out with this thing? Like they can. I'll love to help their asses. They know I will love to help them. But I first have to get in contact with them. I will love to hang out with my good old friend Elix Sparks and another person. He's a friend of mine who's a YouTuber. He's around the triple digits. Last time that I checked, he was around the triple digits. He's probably in the 4 digits now. Which, congrats to you, man. He has a Minecraft skin. I forgot how. I know his real name, which I'm not gonna say for his security and his safety. He has never revealed his face. I bet if you watch some of my old videos, you could probably get a glimpse of my old me. But besides that, I'm like, yeah. That's the reason. And I'm like, well, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for listening to me rant. And this is the reason why I'm coming back to YouTubing. I got a budget now. I'm stable. Not really mentally, but besides that, I'm able to put a lot more weight into YouTubing, which I hope I can. And this is my beginning again. Like I said, I'm putting my quarterback putting another quarterback into that game, into that arcade machine. Now, introducing my video.